Hello everyone and welcome you all to another tutorial on Adobe InDesign. So in last class we have learned about the toolbar, that what all tools we have in the toolbar, and I hope you guys have understood the usage of the tools in our toolbar. So in this class we are basically going to learn about the type tool. So here, as I have told you how we can actually use the type tool in the last class, but in this class we'll be learning about the type tool in detail. So here, we already know how we can actually type on a path. So for that, I'll just create a path, and after that, I'll select this. And after this, when a plus option comes here, uh, as you can see, I'll just type something. I'll just fill this line. And from here, what else I can do is I'll come here. I'll take the type tool and I'll select this whole text. And after selecting the text here, you can see I can change the font. As you can see, I have changed the font. So here you saw like I can actually change. And here also, as you can see, I do have the plus sign here. So that means that my text is going outside the line or the path which I created. So I can also delete the text. If it's more, I can just delete. And if I click on this, here you can see I have this whole set of text here. So I can also come here and I can also change the stroke color. If I want to change the stroke color, I can do that here in this whole text. If I'm selecting the text, I can do that as well. So hope you guys have understood how we can actually write on a path. So let me go back. Let me just choose this text and I'll press delete. So let me delete this, the whole frame, and I'll delete this one as well. And now, first, let me create a text box, or here I am creating a text box. And once I create this text box, let me just decrease the text box size here. I can write anything as I want. Okay, so let me just write Adobe InDesign tutorial. And I will also change the font size. Here you can see I do have many options in the properties panel. Here it is the basic paragraph, and I also do have the options to fill, if I want to fill the color, if I want to change the stroke of my letters. But first let me change the font size from here. So let me put it something in 30. First let me select this text and I'll change it to 30. As you can see, I do have this one here. Okay, and I'll also change the font style. So I'll take the Calibri and I'll change this to bold italic. Okay, I'll change it to Calibri, and as you can see, I do have many type of fonts here. Once I change, you can see how it actually looks here and here. This is the letter Gothic STD one. So I'll choose the Calibri, which I'll be using here. So I do have the Calibri here, and I will just change the box size. And now I will just copy this same text. I'll just copy and I'll paste it here. So here I do have this, and I will change both of this into bold italic. And here I have changed the font size, and I can also change the stroke size. From here I can change the width. I'll just put it 1, and I can also change the fill color from here. So let me take a red color here. Okay, so here I do have the color as well. So now what I'm going to do is we'll learn about this options, what all options we got inside this character. So here, first let's see. I already told you about the font size, and now we'll see here the leading option. So basically, what do we understand by leading? So leading is just the spacing between two lines. As you can see, I do have two lines here. So here, actually, I want to change the leading. Okay. So what I'm going to do is if I increase the size, you can see the spacing between it's increasing. But here, if I decrease the size, here as you can see, I'm just decreasing the size between the both of the lines. Here you can see my whole text, and here I'll just select this again, and after that I'll come here. This one is called the kerning. So here, before going to the kerning, let me show you guys about this option here, which is called the tracking. So as I have selected both of this text here, so if I increase the kerning, you can see I can change the width here, the width between the letters. So here, just let me just increase this one. I'll increase the tracking. I'll take a single letter, and from here now I want to copy this one and I want to paste it here. Okay, I want to paste it here. So now I have this. Okay, and now what I want to do is I want to change the width only of this particular word. Okay, not these two sentences which I have on top. So what I'll do is I'll just select this whole text from here, and from here I will come and increase. Okay, as you can see, the spacing between the letter is changing and it's proportional. So if I do have the same type of spacing between all the letters here, as you can see, and I can actually change it here as I want. So I'll change it somewhere here. Okay, so I hope you guys have understood this one as well. Okay, and after that, let's come here. So for that, let me take another text here. So I'll copy this one here. I'll paste it. So here, what we can actually do is, here I will just select this whole text. Then after selecting the text, what I can do is I'll just drop this down. And if I select a particular letter, or here if I keep my cursor and I take a particular word, I can change the matrix from here as well. Okay, if I put it in optical, I can do that as well. If I put it 0, I can do this as well. Okay, so let me take small letters here. So I'll just write test. And now what I want to do is I want to change the spacing between these letters. Okay, so for that, what I'll do is I'll come here, and from this option I can basically change. And as you can see, after that, if I come here and if I am changing this spacing, you can see the spacing here between these letters is changing. All I need to do is I need to just keep my cursor there and I can increase the spacing between my letters. And from here also I'll change it accordingly. If I select the whole text, I will just be able to do 0, so it's proportional here. But if I don't want proportional, then I can change it from here and I can put a particular size if I want to directly from here. Manually, if I want to do, I can do that as well. So after that, I hope you guys have understood till this much here. And I do have the paragraph options. If I select all this text here, and if I want to align it, now it's aligned to the right. If I want to align it in the center, I can do that. If I want to align it in the right, I can do that as well. Here, if I want to justify in the left, I can do that. And here I do have justified the last line to be aligned in the center. You can see here. And I do also have the option here, justify with last line aligned right. Here we do have different type of alignments which we can use according to our uh, needs. And here I can do that as well. And here we do have different type of alignments of set. Okay, here and from here now I'll just choose this one, the basic one. And after that, here you can see under that paragraph, I do have more options here. If I click on this, here you can see I do have a shading option. If I want to put any kind of border, I can do that. And here I do have left indent and the first line left indent. Here is the right indent and the last line right indent. We will learn about all this as well. But basic here, if I come to this more options here, I do have few other things here. So this is the baseline shift. And to show you guys about all that, let me create another text box. So for that, I'll just create another text box here. And after that, I'll write hello everyone. And I will change the font size. I will change it to 30. And I will change the color as well. So now here, if I want to change the baseline, so for that, what I can do is here, I do have the option. As you can see, the baseline shift, here is the vertical scaling, and here is the horizontal scaling. Personally, I won't prefer or tell you guys to use the horizontal or the vertical scaling, because sometimes if we mess up, it won't look good, because it will just stretch out your letters or your text or even images, so it won't look good. So here, just let me show you guys an example. So here, if I choose something 200, you can see it will just stretch. And if I want to do the same here, it will kind of look like that. So for me, I don't basically use this one mostly. And after that, here I was talking about the baseline shift. So baseline shift is basically if I want to shift the base, see here, if I want to change the base, I can do this here. And in this case, if I particularly want to put up any style, so for that, let me just select a letter here. And now what I can do is I will change the base of this letter. So let me take this one on top, and the same way I'll do with this letter, and I will just change. So if I want to create any style, I can do using that. Here, as you can see, I'm creating a text style here by using the baseline shift. So we can actually do this one as well. And after that, we do also have the option called the skew or the false italic. And in other version of this InDesign application, they call it slanting or rotation. So here, if I come, I have already selected this text, and if I want to change or slant it, here you can see my letter is slanting to the right. So we will do it according to our need. And the same way we can also slant it to the left. So here we can also slant it to the left as we want. And if I select this whole text, I can just move this text using this as well here. So here I hope you guys have understood the usefulness of these tools. So let me again select this all. And after that, here we do have many languages here, and here we can choose many languages. So I'll just select the English only, but here is different options with which we can work. And under that, we do have this option like the all caps. This is the small caps. I do also have the superscript and the subscript and also the underlining one. And if I want to strike through a particular text or a particular sentence, I can do this from here as well. So basically in InDesign, uh, if you guys have worked before in Photoshop or in Illustrator, you guys have known that like this is kind of the same, okay? But the speciality or the main thing about InDesign is it possesses the power to handle so many pages or so many work at the same time. Suppose we are working with 100 pages in this application, so it can handle 100 pages because the application is built in such a way that it can actually handle 100 pages. And also we do have many graphic designs, many textiles, also many images, because once we're creating a book we want to use so many graphic designs to look it more better. We use so many images, the high resolution images we do use, so it makes the application kind of slow. But in case of Adobe InDesign, it is built in such a way that we can actually work quite efficiently in this program. And we do have many options where we can actually look our book quite better. So we're just getting started with the class. I'm just telling you guys about the basic of text tool, how we can actually design our text, create our styles, and many more. So here, let me show you guys about this option here. Okay, if I select all caps, see everything which I have selected under this text box is changed into capital letter. And after that, we have another option as the small caps. So here, if I select this one, it will be turned into small size. And after that, I do have the option here. Okay, so let me type H2. So here, if I select this H2, and after that, what I want to do is I want to select the subscript here. And here, you guys will be able to see. So here, let me try H2O. And I want this one to be little down because how we used to write H2O. So in that case, what I'll do is I'll come here and I'll click on the subscript. So you can see I do have the H2O written here. Okay. And the same way, if I come down, if I want to put point, okay. So if I write 4/2, so here I'll just select the 2, and what I'll do is I'll come here. So now it's 4/2. Okay, so like that also we can actually write all this text here. And I hope you guys have understood about this one as well, how we can use the all caps. If I want to make all the letters smalls, I can use the small caps. How we can use the superscript, how we can use the subscript. And here I do have another two option if I want to strike through and if I want to underline. So if I go down, I will just type. First I'll select this one and I'll just unselect and write Adobe InDesign class. And now if I select this whole text here and I'll just type in underline, I do have a underline just under my text here. Okay, this one actually we can use if we're putting any kind of topics or any kind of subtopics. Here we can do that as well. Okay, and in the same way, if I want to strike through, okay, if I want to strike through any of my text, what I can do is I'll come and click on this. In every cases, first I do have to select the particular text, or if I want to select the whole text inside the box, I can do that as well. So here I'll click on this one and I'll just remove the underline. Here you can see uh, my this sentence or this text is being strike through. Okay, and here I hope you guys have understood these options as well. And after that, if I come here, you can see I do have many other options as well. Okay, and now as I was telling you guys here about the kerning, about the leading, and also tracking. Okay, so suppose I did first, before using all these options, especially the tracking and the kerning, we basically have to select our font size first. Okay, suppose I am just taking this one. Here I will just choose this particular text. I'll just take my text box here. I will take this text and I am just decreasing the size here. If I'm just increasing or decreasing the size. So here, if I'm just decreasing the size, you can see, okay, I do have this one here. But suppose my font size is small. Okay, if I'm just changing my font size now, it looks quite ugly as you can see. So first, before using all these options, I'll tell you guys this is a basic hack or a tip that you guys select your font size or at least remember the font size what you're going to use. Okay, see if I also increase too much, it won't suit or it won't look good. So first I have to select a particular font size, then only we can work with these options here, and then it will be quite useful for us to work in these options. So after that, we'll understand about this option here, about the bullets and the numbering option. So for that, first, let me just delete these boxes here. I'll delete this one as well. So I have deleted this one and now I'll create another text box. So for that, I'll just click on my type tool again. I'll create a box here and I will write few points. So let me write pen, then pencil, eraser, sharpener, pencil box. So here, once I have this, so let me change the font size from here. So let me change it something to 30. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I want to add bullet points or numbering here in this text. So for that, here I can see, you all can see here, I do have the option. So if I click on this, I do have points here. So here in all this writing, I do have points here. And if I want to change the points to numbering, I can do that as well. So here I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 option. Here you can see as well. And I can also change the color. So let me first change the color of this. So I will take it dark blue. So I do have this now. And after that, in this bullets and numbering option, I also do have some advanced options here. So what kind of list type do I want? Do I want numbers, or do I want bullets? Or if I don't want anything, I can just select none. And listing is like the default, it will go by 1, 2, 3, 4. But if I want to create a new list, I can do this as well from here, which I'll be explaining you all while we work on the long text in the next lesson. And here I do have the format. Here it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. If I want it in this format, like it will show 0, 1, 0, 2, or 0, 3. I can also use the Roman letters here, the cap Roman, and here is the small Roman letters. If I want A, B, C, D in my points, I can do that. If I want the small letters of A, B, C, D, I can do that here as well. Here you all can see I do have many options here. And after that, I do have the numbering option as well from here. And if I want to add new character style, I can use new character style or save it from here as well. So from here, we can also align it as I want. So it's aligned to the left, my bullet and the numbering. So if I want to align it to the right, I can do that as well. If I click on OK, I can do that. And right now, if I write any kind of text, it all my numbering will be on the left hand side. So this one, what I'll do is I'll just come here and I'll see another advanced options here. Okay, so if I increase the left indent, you can see it's going there. And if I increase the first line indent, here you can see I'm just closing in the numbers. So here after that, I'll just put it on the left. And after that, I can also choose the type of bullets if I want. Okay, if I take bullets, here I do have many kind of bullet characters, as you can see here. And here you can see I do have different type of bullets. And here, if I want to see the changes directly in my work page, so what I can do is I'll just put this page here on the side and I can see which one will look better. So here I do have the star, here I do have a character, and this one as well. Okay, and from here, if I want to add a new style or symbol, I can simply click here. I can add delete, add, and here from here you can see I do have different kind of options from which I can choose. And if I change the font family, I can choose many other more. Here, I do have a lot of bullet options which I can use. Okay. In one font family, we do have around 50 to 60. And most of this, it's about 200 to 300. Because in the worst case scenario, we'll have 50 to 60 kind of font sizes. Okay. And here I also do have the font style here. Here is the regular and the bold. I can also choose from here as well. Okay. So I'll just choose this one for now. And if I want to delete anything from here, what I'll do is I'll click on that icon and I'll click delete. So you see now it's not here in my front page. And if I want to add anything in particular, I can add it from here. So I want to add this. So I'll come here and click on the add button here. So now it's added. And if I click on OK, you guys can see I have the icon or the bulleting here in this page. So I hope this bullets and numbering was also clear for you guys. And here, if I just off the preview, I won't be able to see the changes in my workspace. So for me personally, when I work, I always on the preview option that I can see what all changes I'm making, and does it actually look good to my eyes? Or if I'm sending this work to anyone else, to my client or anyone, then does it suit to their eyes too? So I'll just click on OK from here. And under that, I do have few options, which are the quick actions. So here, if I want to change the case, if I want to take it as uppercase, and if I want to change it to lowercase, you can see all my letters here is being changed to lowercase fonts. And here I'll also tell you guys about the title case. Okay. And here, if I select the title case, you can see the first letter of each word is in cap, like the capital letter. And after that, everything after that, which all words or letters do I have, it's in the small caps. Okay. And after that, I'll also show you guys about the sentence case. And for that, I'll just type, I'll just paste this. I'll just delete. First, I will just select this whole text, take it to one side. So for that, I'll go to the advanced options. I'll just go to one side. And now I will just copy this and paste this here. And the same thing I will do here as well. So now if I select this whole text, you can see if I come here in the change case option, if I select the sentence case, you guys can see now here all this letter, the tool which I wrote, the word tool, here it was all in the capital letter. But now, once I have selected the sentence case, it's coming in small caps. So it's just readjusted itself according to my command. So after that, I hope you guys have understood how we can actually change this case, like uppercase, how we can use the lowercase, if I want to use the title case, the sentence case, and I can also add new hyperlink if I want to. Here, if I want to add the hyperlink, I can do that as well. Okay. If I want to link it to URL or a file or email page, I can do that from here. So I'll just cancel this. If I want to insert a footnote, I can insert a footnote as well. So if I want to insert symbols, markers, any kind of hyphens, quotation marks, we can do this from here. And after that, I do have the option here is the fill with placeholder text. So for that, I'll just delete this here. And what I'll do is I'll just come here and select place with placeholder text. So I'll just off this one. And as you can see, this text box is filled with placeholder text. So placeholder text is nothing more just a dummy text. So if we want to use some dummy text just to fill up a particular space that we're going to use it later just to create the design at first, we can do that using the placeholder text. So I'll just delete this as well. So now I'm just deleting this one. So I'll just delete. And now let me take another text box. And here I have just created a new text box. And I will just click here, fill with placeholder text. So as you can see, my whole box is being filled with the placeholder text. But if I come here and change this box size, text box size, my size of the text will remain the same. Okay, as you can see here. So basically this one we use if we are making any kind of design. Okay, And suppose I want to put any kind of writing here. So, and I want to put any kind of design on top of this. So in that case, what I'll do is I'll create a box. I'll just fill it with placeholder text, just the dummy text, that I have an idea about my spacing. What all spaces do I have left after I fill it with the text? So for that, this placeholder text is quite useful. And now let me select this whole text. I want to delete this. Okay, so I'll click on delete. And there is another way how we can actually place placeholder text. So simply I'll just right click, and after clicking on right here, if we go down, we can see just underneath or just below the insert break character option, I do have the fill with placeholder text option. So here, if I click here, you can see now my whole box here is filled with placeholder text. And now if I decrease the size of this particular frame or text frame, you can see this is showing that my text frame is small and my content is more comparing to the box. So here I do have the plus option. So once I have this one, this is already in my cursor. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'll just take another box here and I can just paste it here. I'll just paste. Sorry. So here what I've done is I've just deleted that text box and I have selected this text box. So here if I select this text box, if I decrease the size, you can see the plus sign option here. So if I click on that plus sign option, here I am creating a new box of text here, and the remaining text which I was having in this box, which was not fitting in this particular box, so I have just brought it down here, as you can see, in this text box. So let me just delete this, and I'll delete this one as well. And in last class, basically, actually, I just forgot to teach you guys about something. So I forgot to teach you guys about this rotation tool, the scale tool, and the shear tool. So here, let me just show you guys it in a simple way. So I do have this particular box here. So if I choose this option here, the rotation tool, see if I am trying to rotate this box, I'm able to rotate, and here I can rotate it from this point, okay, as you can see. And after that, I can also use this, the scaling tool, okay. If I want to scale this, I can scale it as well. Here you can see I have scaled it. Okay, I can do scaling from all the ends here. As you can see, if I want to make it small, I can make it small as well. Okay, and I will just decrease the size from here as well. And after that, I do have this option here, which is the shear tool. So using the shear tool, we can just shear. As you can see, I'll be able to do that, and I can create stunning visual designs using this. So here I will keep it on top, and I can also fill colors or add shadows here. Okay, we can do all this. So hope this is also clear for you guys about the shear tool, like the free transformation tool. Okay, I hope this was also clear for you all. And see here, I can also transform, as you can see. And if I'm doing it from this end, I can do like this. So from this side, I'll decrease. From this side, also I'll decrease the size. And I'll just keep it in one corner here. So we can make quite good designs for our book or our designing page. We can do it using here as well. Okay. So hope you guys have understood about the type tool basically, in which we learned about this class. So here we learned about how we can actually put color, how we can actually change our stroke, how we can actually change the width of our stroke, how we can also change the opacity, which I have showed you in the last class, about the alignment, and also how we can use different kind of numbering and bullet points, how we can use the small caps, about the placeholder text. And in next class, we learn like how we can manage long text. So basically, long text is like we do have like 10-20 pages of text here in our book. So I want to change all the fonts or all kind of columns if I want to put in between, if I want to transform those all together, what all we are going to do. So hope this class was helpful for you all. And I hope that you guys will come in the next class where we'll be learning about the long text in InDesign. So take care till then and hope to see you all in my next tutorial.